little bit of pseudo face tattooing doesn't freak me out too badly. But we are gonna go get this invisible eyebrow fixed. Hi, so welcome back. As you can see, I did get my eyebrows microbladed. They are definitely in the peeling phase right now, but I want to rewind and show you some of the pictures I took. I wasn't able to get any video, but I do have pictures, and I can give you kind of a low-key rundown on the process. The first thing, of course, was to show my technician eyebrows that I would like, which of course was this image. I wanted them to be very natural. I didn't want them to look like they were microbladed. I wanted them to look like I just woke up like this. I was just born like this. So she agreed that that would work really well. The first thing we did was look at a chart, which I have pictured here, and it went over your skin color, your hair color, and was supposed to recommend the type of dye, the color dye that should be used, or I guess ink in this case, ink. Since it's a tattoo type thing. Now we did decide that even though I am considered very fair and very dark of hair, that the recommended ink is not necessarily something I wanted. It was a little too red in tone. But my brow lady did add in an extra drop of dark and take out that reddish undertone, and I'm very glad we did that. I feel like the color of my brows matches the color of my hair very nicely, and we might even go a tiny touch darker on my fill-in. You probably also noticed this tool here. It's very scary. It looks like a wrench. It actually was used to measure the distance between the start of my brow and the wing, and then also the distance between each brow, as well as gauge my nose to my arch, to my nose to my wing, and then the pupil as well to the arch and to the wing. So to kind of figure out where everything is and where it needs to be. For this reason, she also placed a literal ruler sticker on my face, as you can see here. And then based on that, we found out that my eyebrows are actually naturally level, which I guess is rare. Like, cool, some aspect of my face just naturally worked out. After that, she took a pencil and kind of drew in where she was gonna fill in. I have a picture here of me still with the stencil on with the lines that she would be filling in. And I was pretty excited. She then applied numbing cream to my eyebrows, which was very nice. Why don't they do that for actual tattoos? And we got to sit around for 15 minutes. I actually got to get her opinion for my Redken versus Lush hair video. Link below if you haven't gotten a chance to check that out. And after 15 minutes, we were ready to go. So I laid down on the table. She gave me a squeezy ball in case I felt any discomfort. And I took a deep breath and I immediately went, oh no, this might actually hurt. She grabbed a little tool. I didn't get an actual picture of hers, but I will look and find the closest thing I can and put a picture of it here. Basically, it was just a bright yellow handle and what looked like one small angled blade. She explained it was actually 14 needles all together that made up the blade, and she would dip it into the ink and then cut my eyebrows with it. Now, I chose to keep my eyes closed throughout the entire process because I just didn't want to see that tool coming toward my eye, freak out and dodge, and then get like an eyebrow hair up here. So I just chilled. It didn't hurt. And it could have been because of the numbing cream, but I did not find it painful. The weirdest thing was the noise. She did explain to me that the noise was actually that of collagen breaking in my skin, which I could have done without that explanation, honestly. It was an odd sound. Now, she did both sides one at a time. After that, she applied a second layer of numbing cream, and I sat for another 15 minutes. She then went back through, and after that, the painful part was done. I never even had to squeeze the ball. So she said that I'm the first person that took it that well. I think that's just because I was expecting it to be much worse than it actually was. If you're not a person who's used to a little discomfort, maybe it might be worse. It could also just be that I've been plucking and waxing and pulling at my face forever, so I think they're pretty used to it. After that, she took a bunch of ink and just saturated the area to make sure that every little cut, every little slice got as much ink as possible. She then taped the ink down and left me to wander for about 15 minutes. She actually invited me to go in and look in a mirror and see what it looked like, and I about died. I'll show you a picture here and here, and I was like, I have Groucho Marx eyebrows. I have the worst eyebrows in the world. My heart just plummeted, even though I knew that wasn't going to be the end result. So of course, after a few minutes, I went back, she wiped off the excess ink, and we were left with this, and this. So I was happy, to say the least. She gave me my instructions, she gave me my antibiotic gel and what to expect over the coming days, and sent me on my way. So for 7 days following the microblading, I have to have a very strict regimen. I'm not allowed to touch my eyebrows. I can rinse them twice a day for 2 days, followed by applying the antibiotic gel, which I'll show you here. You just take a Q-tip, dip it in the tiny little tub, barely get any of it, and then just gently wipe it onto the brow. She said not to saturate, just to smooth in the smallest amount that I could. I did find that my face makeup began to stick to my eyebrows, so I started doing this at night. After the 2 days when I went down to doing it just once a day, that became part of my nightly routine. Now I had this done on a Thursday, and by Monday, I was feeling great. My eyebrows were not peeling, they were not flaking, I had no scabs, and I loved them. And I took a picture and I posted it on Instagram, I'll throw that right here. And I'm just saying, loving my brows. I'm thinking I'm one of these miracle unicorn people that's just not going to have any flaking. And my brow lady is friends with me on Instagram, and she put right on there, oh, you wait, you're going to be scabbing tomorrow. And I woke up to this, and I have had flakes of eyebrow just fallen and fallen and fallen. It's like when you use bad mascara and your eyelashes start flaking off and falling on your face. Luckily, that's what a lot of people at work thought they were, but I have had people stop me and point at my eyebrows and say, what is that? And it's just a big scab. It really has been a little itchy. It's not that different than healing a tattoo, really. It's very similar. For this 7 days I'm in still until Thursday, cannot go out and expose them to sunlight. It can change the color of the ink. Cannot be in chlorinated water, cannot go in the ocean, cannot drive with the windows down or the moonroof or sunroof open on my new car. I've never had a sunroof. Finally have a sunroof, and I cannot open it. But, you know, it's just important to keep them as clean and free of debris and unknown substances as possible, and I understand that. I want them to work, so I have continued to abide by these laws. Now in 3 months I am going to go back and get them touched up. There are a few places where I had little bald spots in my eyebrows, and the ink didn't take there as well as expected, so I've been assured that it will take on the touch-up. So that's been my experience. I will give you guys a 3-month update when I go back to get my touch-up, but until then, enjoy my crackly falling off eyebrows. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit subscribe and hit that like button. It really does mean a lot to me. I do this just as a hobby and just for fun, but it's good to know there's people out there that enjoy it. Alright, that's it for now. Have a great day.